Hello, my name is David Flanagan. I'm a developer advocate at Pulumi, and I'm joined today at KubeCon Live with Kai, a developer advocate for Civo Cloud. Kai is going to share a little bit about what Civo are doing today at KubeCon. It's pretty cool. Let's hear from him.
Thanks, David. My name is Kai. I'm a developer advocate at Civo, and we are the cloud-native service provider. So what we do is Kubernetes that is developer-focused and 100% Kubernetes all the turtles down, right? So we are at KubeCon, and we've actually brought a mini region with us. So we have this bonkers idea of what if we had an edge region, so we have our own data centers all around the world, but what if we had one here right at the event, and we plugged it in, and it's, I believe you're going to show it, to all the viewers, but basically you can launch a cluster in about 90 seconds, and it runs on hardware that's at our booth, and you can come see the blinking lights of where your cluster is actually running. So, we thought it would be fun to kind of bring the hardware to a software convention, and kind of see this is where your actual, Kubernetes runs. And since we run our own cloud, so we just brought some of that with us.
So just to clarify, people right now can go to civo.com, deploy a KCS cluster, and it'll be running right here on that thing. That is a real production region.
It is a production region. The only difference is that it's a little bit smaller than our other big data center regions. So it's like a small part of one rack, instead of multiple racks. But yeah, it's exactly the same hardware. So we run open compute hardware. So it's the same stuff that is in our data centers. And then it runs the same Civo platform. So if you're using Pulumi, you can deploy a cluster as long as you point it to the KubeCon region. So if you have a cluster that's already running in one of our other regions and you wanted to replicate that, you would literally just change the region ID and hit a Pulumi up, and you'd be up and running.
It's just such an awesome idea that's got a real tangible feel to it that people can really do this. Have people been sharing with you what they're deploying on the clusters they're doing here? And has there been anything that's pretty cool that you wouldn't have thought you'd see before?
So we have a competition during KubeCon. So if you deploy a sort of sample app that we have in our app marketplace on a KubeCon region cluster, it'll automatically notify you that, hey, by the way, we have a code for you to enter a raffle. So that's obviously a cool thing that you can do. And you can do that remotely as well. As long as you're sort of in the KubeCon region, you don't actually have to physically be on site. It will still be on there. The other thing that I thought was quite cool is some of the other exhibitors here just went like, oh, cool, so I could do my demo on this, and I could tell them that it's running sort of 3 booths down, and we were like, yeah, you could do that. So I know for a fact that there are demos running in this hall that are running on this machine right here.
All right, that's very cool. Now we're going to take a look at deploying something to Civo Cloud with Pulumi YAML. All right, so I am going to walk and talk Kai through spinning up a KCS cluster on Civo with their amazing KubeCon region. We're going to start by running Pulumi new. This is going to give us a list of templates that we can choose from, and we're going to go to show additional templates. From here, you can filter by typing Civo, and we'll get a list of supported templates. And today, we're going to use YAML. We need to provide a project name and a stack name. So Civo, KubeCon, good choice. Hit return. And let's just call this Civo KubeCon. My access token is on the buffer. You can Command V that. I promise it's okay. All right, let's pop this open in VS Code.
Oh, right.
And we have 2 files. The first one is our stack config, which is Pulumi Civo KubeCon.yaml, which has our encrypted token, so don't think about stealing it. And we have our Pulumi.yaml, which is our main entry point into this. So you can see that we have the name of the project, the runtime of YAML, and that standard description that we just let go. And then we have a list of resources. We have a firewall, we have a Kubernetes cluster. We don't really need to do anything else, except for change our region. So I'll let you handle that.
And this is the name of our special rack region that is running for the duration of KubeCon, and we've imaginatively just called it KubeCon.
Are you going to move it to your house after this?
It's going to go to a couple of other events, and we're actually going to create a passport and do postcards of all the places that it's been.
I think we have to make Region Kai happen. Like,
I mean, I need to probably run 3-phase power to my house, but yeah, we could do it.
okay, so the next thing we need to do is run Pulumi preview. This will give us a plan of what Pulumi is going to create on our Civo cluster. If we're happy with that, we can run Pulumi up and let it do its magic. There we go. In just 90 seconds, a Pulumi orchestrated Kubernetes cluster on Civo Cloud. Kai, anything you want to add?
Just that I love the fact that you can now template with YAML. But the other thing is that we've got a couple of other features that are coming soon, which you will probably be able to template with Pulumi as soon as they're out, in the form of managed databases and or databases as a service and object storage. So stay tuned for those.
All right, we'll see you all next time.